Hey guys, we're here with our first look at the Pixel 10 Pro Fold, and this is coming off a successful launch for the Galaxy Z Fold 7. We're going to walk you through what's new with this phone and how it stacks up to the competition. The Pixel 10 Pro Fold has some key advantages over the Galaxy Z Fold 7. These include a more durable design that's finally dust resistant, new AI tools that anticipate your needs, a bigger battery, and a more powerful zoom camera. It's also $200 cheaper than the Z Fold, but it falls behind Samsung in one major way. When it comes to design, the Pixel 10 Pro Fold upgrades to a new gearless high-strength hinge that Google says is good for 10 years of folding. And unlike the Z Fold 7, the Pixel is IP68 rated, which means it's both water and dust resistant. Samsung's can only repel water. The Pixel 10 Pro Fold measures 10.8 millimeters when folded, nearly 2 millimeters thicker than the Samsung, 1 millimeter thicker when unfolded. At 9.1 ounces, the Pixel 10 Pro Fold weighs the same as the last model, which is not great, considering the Z Fold 7 is a much lighter 7.5 ounces. At least the colors look nice. You can take your pick from two, Moonstone or Jade. I'm partial to the Moonstone. Let me know what you think in the comments. The outer display in the Pixel 10 Pro Fold is now a touch bigger at 6.4 inches, up from 6.3 inches on the Pixel 9 Pro Fold. And you still get a massive 8-inch main display on the inside. However, Samsung's is bigger at 6.5 inches for the cover screen and the same size panel on the inside. On the plus side, both Pixel Fold screens are brighter now, as they're both rated for 3000 nits of peak brightness versus 2600 nits for the Z Fold 7. Blowing up the Tron trailer to full screen looked very immersive on the Pixel 10 Pro Fold, if you'd want to do that, although the crease is still visible. I'm also not a fan of the letterboxing, but this isn't exclusive to the Pixel. Multitasking is still super simple with the split screen feature, letting you run two apps at once side by side, but the Z Fold 7 can do three. You still get tabletop mode for using the Pixel 10 Pro Fold like a laptop, with the content up top and controls down below. It's a bit of a bummer that the Pixel 10 Pro Fold sticks with the exact same camera hardware as the Pixel 9 Pro Fold, especially since Samsung now offers a 200 megapixel main shooter. You get the same 48 megapixel wide camera on the Pixel, 10.5 megapixel ultra-wide, and 10.8 megapixel telephoto. The 5x optical zoom still beats the 3x zoom on the Z Fold 7. I really like Google's new Instant View feature, which makes it easy to see the photos you've just taken on the left side of the screen, so you can see on the spot if you got the right shot. As with the previous model, there's a rear camera selfie mode, so you can use the main camera to take selfies. And there's a new Made You Look animation to get your kids to smile. There's a 10 megapixel camera for the cover display and a 10 megapixel camera with punch hole on the main display. If there's one area the Pixel 10 Pro beats Samsung, it's AI, and it starts with a very handy Magic Queue feature that's available across all the Pixel 10 phones. When calling a restaurant or airline to change your dinner time or flight, the Pixel 10 Pro Fold is smart enough to pull up your reservation information right on the call screen. Or, if you're in the Messages app, you'll see a button to show your calendar if you get asked whether you're free tomorrow, and you can pull it up without leaving the app. Magic Queue is super smart. Then there's the Ask Photos feature, which lets you make edits to pictures just by telling your phone what you want to see changed. The AI then does the work for you, and the examples were very impressive. However, if you want to get the best shot right out of the gate, there's Camera Coach, which you can access right from within the camera app. It analyzes the frame and gives you tips for taking the best possible photo. And if you're taking a group shot, Auto Best Take will automatically pick the best looking faces without the need to take multiple photos and apply them to your image while keeping it natural. It's freakishly good. And finally, similar to Samsung's Now Brief, Google offers a daily hub that summarizes your day for you, including your appointments, reminders, weather, and more. When it comes to performance, Pixel phones have been sluggish compared to the competition up until now, but that should change with the new Tensor G5 chip in the Pixel 10 series, which gets paired with 16 gigs of RAM. This 3nm chip from TSMC has a 34% faster CPU and 60% faster TPU for AI tasks. In fact, Google says it offers the most advanced on-device AI capabilities yet, including VO3 video generation, although that wasn't ready for a demo. But we'll have to see how this chip measures up to the Z Fold 7's Snapdragon 8 Elite when we get it into the lab. One area where Google pulls ahead, and maybe why its chunkier frame and heavier weight can be forgiven, is the size of the battery. You get a 5015 mAh battery on the Pixel 10 Pro Fold, compared to 4400 mAh for the Z Fold 7. So at least on paper, Google's foldable should last longer on a charge. In terms of charging, Google offers for the first time Qi 2 charging with new Pixel Snap accessories. The Samsung supports Qi 2 only if you use a case because there are no built-in magnets. So overall, I really like the Pixel 10 Pro Fold in terms of the enhancements they made to the AI and especially the camera features. But in terms of the design, it's just not as thin and light and as sexy as the Galaxy Z Fold 7. So I think it comes down to which phone do you want more, the one with the brains or the one with the looks? Stay tuned for a full review of the Pixel 10 Pro Fold. For Tom's Guide, this is Mark Spoonauer.